currently second in the conference behind Baltimore, J.C. Jackson. His 24th career interception, most by a Patriot player through his first 4 seasons. Michael, are you ready to call New England the best team in the AFC? I wish I had that video of you with your boy, Bill Belichick.
Yeah, and I love
because he's
Bill.
watching.
Bill
He's watching
like
on the
said,
treadmill or
Bill is
elliptical
my
right
buddy.
now. Yes.
Bill is my buddy.
Yes.
Like, my friend. He's my friend.
Okay,
I love that.
Just keep that in mind. He might be watching.
I want to keep that on Bill. I really do, man. But I love what New England's doing. I love what New England's doing. Do I believe that New England's the best team right now in the AFC? Yeah. And I believe they're playing the best right now. But when we're talking about running this thing all the way out, I'm still right now with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm with the Kansas City Chiefs. And let me tell you something, when you start making a great run, like the Patriots are making, and you heard Bill talking about, even Bill was talking about how important it is, what he sees going on in his locker room, and how natural it is for a team, when a team like this is coming together, that he feels so good about his team, the Patriots, and how it's coming together in the locker room. And they are playing well. And they're moving up. Like Kendrick Bourne, when you're making a run like this, players level up. Like your role players become star players. Yeah. Your star players become superstar players. Your superstar players go on to be icons and everything like this. And Kendrick Bourne is moving up towards star category. Now, if he can consistently do that, then I may turn and look at this whole situation again. But right now, I got to take Kansas City because I know if you take everything else away, Kansas City has an ability to explode at any time, anywhere, and score points at any time. I don't know that you can that New England can do that, or anybody else in the AFC can do that besides Kansas City. So I got Kansas City right now still as the top team. Not to take anything away from what they're doing in New England.
Well, you're wrong, but what else is new? I would tell you.
How am I wrong?
I'm going to tell you.
How am I wrong? I got to hear how.
The New England Patriots right now are the best team in the AFC.
6 weeks ago you told me.
I know that. No. I know that. I turned it around. They've made believers out of me. Yeah. And the thing about it, everybody's been focused on Mac Jones, and I think he's going to be Rookie of the Year, but I haven't focused on Mac Jones. What I focused on is that defense, a defense that wasn't there last year because they all elected to stay home because of COVID, like 8 or 9 dudes didn't show up. People keep forgetting. The reason why I religiously bring up the fact that 8 to 9 dudes didn't show up last year, because they were all veteran guys, pretty much. And so what you're talking about is guys that have returned. And you got Van Noy, he's back from Miami. Yeah. You got this kid, J.C. Jackson, you still got McCourty. You still got McCourty in there. Hightower and these brothers. This is an experienced team on the defensive side of the ball that's accustomed to playing together. And accustomed to playing in big games.
That's what Bill was talking.
So what I'm saying, did I ask you? I don't want to hear enough from you right now, Playmaker. I want to just sit back and listen. I want to hear enough from you right now. It's my turn.
I'm giving you a little under. I'm saying,
you far from LA for this?
You're right. I'm giving him he's a little right.
I'm just trying to tell you,
that area.
Whatever.
What
I'm trying to say to y'all is this. Listening, watching football. I mean, I've only been a reporter for over a quarter century. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just going by my eyes. And the football experts and all of this other stuff. I'm just listening, y'all. Last time I checked, y'all said when you want to win come playoff time, you got to have a defense, and you got to be able to run the football, and you got to have exceptional coaching.
Do we sound like that?
And you got to have exceptional coaching. What I'm saying is this. We going to say there's a better coach than Bill Belichick? No. We going to question their running game? No. We going to sit out right now, who's the number 1 defense in the NFL? I mean, right now, I'm just saying. And then I look at Kansas City, and I say to myself, okay, let's go down the list. Buffalo, we going to learn. That's the most exciting part about New England right now to me. We going to learn a lot about Buffalo in the next 3 weeks. That's number 1. Number 2, we see Baltimore, we see Cincinnati, but at the end of the day, going up against Bill Belichick, it's going to take the heroics of Lamar Jackson because you ain't worried about nothing else coming out of the AFC North. Okay, then in the South, we know that Jonathan Taylor's that dude, but Frank Wright had brain lock and forgot to run the damn football, but that's a story for another segment. Okay, so and in New England, and then you look at Kansas City. You got Snead, Sorensen, and these brothers. They question marks in that secondary for Kansas City. I believe in the Honey Badger, but I don't know if I believe overall in Kansas City's defense. I'm with New England right now. It's the best team in the AFC.
Are you rocking with New England too?
I am now rocking with New England. I think they're the best team. I think they're playing the best. I would have stayed with Buffalo.
Yeah.
I think the Tre'Davious White injury in Buffalo
that's big.
is
That's
enormous.
devastating.
I mean, he's one of the best cover corners in the NFL.
Yeah,
I think that's huge.
Yep.
Because of that injury, I go with New England. I think they're playing the best,
Okay.
football-wise. I think they're the smartest team in football. I think they're they're the best coached team in football. Listen, we rave about their defense, as we should. In the last 7 weeks, you know who has the #1 offense in football? The New England Patriots. I also think their special teams are huge. They didn't even play great yesterday. They didn't play good yesterday, and they hammered Tennessee. And I compare the New England Patriots, and I go, do I trust them or Baltimore more? New England way more.
Yeah.
Do I trust them or Kansas City more? Kansas City, because I know, or New England, because I know exactly how Bill's going to play that.
Yeah.
I also think they play us, and this I've said this since August. They play a style that is indifferent than anybody else in football. They put a fullback on the field, they play shrunk down ball, and they're going to pound the ball. You have to play your A game to beat New England. The last team that we saw beat New England was the Dallas Cowboys, and the Dallas Cowboys played their best game of the season. You have to play their A game. I will go as far as to say this, Molly.
One quick clarification for me. So you guys are saying who's the best right now, not who ultimately can go and win a Super Bowl or do
I
anything.
think they can.
They're answering that too. You're
I think
answering
right
that
now-
too.
Okay, then this is why I knew you were going to say that, and this is the question I have for you. Then how is it that you so strike against Lamar in his playoff ability and say he has to show you, and then you don't even worry about what you're going to get out of Mac Jones come playoff time, because obviously there's a step there that Lamar hadn't passed that step.
If we were in the courtroom, the judge would tell you to pipe it down because you have to give me an opportunity to answer the question.
Right,
Okay.
but you got to hear the question.
Time out. I don't have to.
You should have been a prosecutor.
No, good question.
It's not a good question.
And this is just fluff right here. You try to
It's a
distract.
good question. You're trying to stall.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.